Summer Reading Recommendations, Nonfiction and Fiction Picks. Uncovering the best summer reads, a dive into nonfiction and fiction recommendations from Scientific American. Hello, I'm Rachel Feltman, and you're tuned into Scientific American Science Quickly. Did you know that Scientific American is not just a hub for scientific articles, but also a treasure trove for book enthusiasts? Our team is filled with passionate readers who curate lists of their favorite books at the end of each year. Plus, every Friday, you can find fresh book recommendations in our daily newsletter, Today in Science. As summer unfolds, we thought it would be delightful to discuss some of our top picks for beach reads. Joining me today is Bree Kane, our in-house book aficionado, who will share her favorite summer reading selections spanning various genres. Support science journalism. If you're enjoying this discussion, consider supporting our award-winning journalism by subscribing. Your subscription helps us continue to deliver impactful stories about the discoveries and ideas that shape our world today. Bree, thank you for joining us. Could you start by sharing a bit about your role at Scientific American and how it relates to books? Bree Kane *, my primary responsibility involves assisting our contractors, writers, and illustrators with their contracts and invoices. However, everyone in the office knows that I'm always encouraging my colleagues to read more and often hand them books to check out. Feltman * laughs. We truly appreciate your enthusiasm for reading. For those of you who read Scientific American, you might already be aware that we offer fantastic book recommendations, not limited to nonfiction science titles. We also delve into science fiction and share our favorite reads of the year. Today, we're excited to introduce you to some thrilling summer reads while highlighting the value of getting book recommendations from Scientific American, where our editors and reporters are avid readers. Kane * indeed. Scientific American has been reviewing books for over a century. This summer, I've been exploring our archives in preparation for our 180th anniversary this August. We've had some bold opinions on books over the years, and I'm eager to share my own unique insights with our listeners. Feltman * fantastic. Let's kick things off with some essential nonfiction science book recommendations for summer. What do you have for us? Kane * the first title I recommend is Clamor by Chris Burdick. This book offers a fascinating exploration of sound and hearing, going beyond mere decibel levels to examine how our human nature influences the sounds we create in the world around us. As someone who frequently rides the New York City subway and attends concerts, I've become increasingly aware of my long-term hearing health. Feltman * that sounds intriguing. I believe you recently reviewed this book, right? Where can our listeners find that review? Kane * yes. I review books every Friday in our Today in Science newsletter. Feltman * what's next on your list? Kane * the next recommendation is Empire of AI by Karen Hou. This book has generated quite a buzz this year, and for good reason. It's an investigative piece that delves into the rapid rise of AI and the companies behind it, exploring how they've quickly amassed millions. I'm eager to catch up on the latest developments in AI from Silicon Valley, and this book is a perfect starting point. Feltman * I love when a book helps me confront my own ignorance about a topic. AI is something I can't ignore, given its impact on my life and work. There are definitely areas in tech where I prefer to remain blissfully unaware, like NFTs. So when a skilled science and technology journalist presents a comprehensive overview, I'm all ears. Kane * I've yet to visit Silicon Valley, but I'm curious about what's happening there. Feltman * laughs. What other recommendations do you have? Kane * I'd also like to highlight Waste Wars by Alexander Clapp. He spent 2 years backpacking through some of the most beautiful countries, uncovering hidden dump sites and exploring the black market economies that facilitate the movement of our waste around the globe. Feltman * that sounds fascinating. Do you have any fiction recommendations? Kane * absolutely. There's a wealth of exciting fiction being released this year. One title I'm particularly excited about is Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle, which is set to be released in August. It's hilariously funny yet deeply existential, tackling profound questions about the meaning of life and our purpose. Chuck Tingle has a unique talent for blending humor with heartfelt themes. Feltman *, I haven't read that one yet, but I'm eagerly saving it. I adore all of his previous works. Kane *, another intriguing fiction title, is Harriet Tubman, live in concert by Bob the Drag Queen. This unexpected take on historical fiction is refreshing. I typically don't read much historical fiction, but I love the concept of reimagining a historical figure in a contemporary setting. The book presents Harriet Tubman as a real person with a rich history and a vibrant personality, making it a fun and quick read, ideal for a day at the beach. Feltman *, that sounds delightful. Kane *, for a unique twist on classic sci-fi, I recommend Metallic Realms by Lincoln Michel. It's a humorous and cringeworthy tale about a character who is infatuated with their best friend and desperately wants to join their exclusive science fiction writing group, despite not being a writer themselves. The story creatively explores the protagonist's awkwardness and love for science fiction. Feltman *, that sounds intriguing. Kane *, lastly, for my summer reading, I'm diving into Octavia Butler's Lilith's Brood series. My book club encouraged me to read the first installment, Dawn, and I was captivated. It's a brilliant and unsettling first contact narrative that explores the complexities of identity and humanity when interacting with aliens. Feltman *, that series has been on my reading list for ages. I recently read Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler, and I was blown away by its relevance and brilliance. Her speculative fiction is incredibly insightful, and I'm excited to read more of her work this summer. You've inspired me. Kane * Octavia Butler is truly remarkable. The hype surrounding her work is well-deserved. If you haven't explored her backlist yet, I highly recommend it, especially if you enjoy traditional science fiction. Dawn and the Lilith's Brood series are exceptional. Feltman *, thank you so much for sharing these fantastic recommendations, Bree. Could you remind our listeners where they can find more information about Science book lovers and our exciting offerings? Kane *, I'll be reviewing books every Friday in our Today in Science newsletter. Also, keep an eye out for our end-of-year book lists featuring our staff favorites and some best of selections. Feltman *, I'm also involved in creating that list, so I'm working hard to catch up on my reading assignments. If our listeners want to sign up for Today in Science, which they absolutely should, we'll include a link in our show notes. Bree, thank you for joining us today. Kane *, thank you for having me, Rachel. I can't wait to see what you read this summer. Feltman *, that wraps up today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to Today in Science for more of Bree's recommendations. Science Quickly is produced by me, Rachel Feltman, along with Fonda Mwangi, Kelso Harper, and Jeff Del Vecchio. This episode was edited by Alex Sugiura, with fact-checking by Shayna Posses and Aaron Shattuck. Our theme music was composed by Dominic Smith. For more up-to-date and in-depth science news, subscribe to Scientific American. This is Rachel Feltman for Scientific American. Until next time.